Hello students, myself Rashmi Vaishnav, Assistant Professor IMS Ghaziabad University Courses Campus. Today my topic is equivalence relation. This topic is basically belongs to mathematics 2, or you can say discrete mathematics also. Yes, let's start the topic. Equivalence relation. Basically, equivalence relation, what is that? It's a special case of a relation in which you can say three and more than three properties can be verified, like reflexive, symmetric, and transitive. Let's deep into this. Equivalence relation. A set on a set is said to be equivalence relation if it is satisfied the three properties. Number one, reflexive. Number two, symmetric. And number three, transitive. Reflexive, what does it mean? First of all, let's discuss it. Reflexive, it means when every element is related to itself. It is called reflexive. For example, like any number, like 1 is equals to 1, like 2 is equals to 2, and so on. If we talked about symmetric, if one element is related to another element, and then second element is related to the first element, so we can conclude that means both the elements are equivalent. Like if x is equivalent to y and y is equivalent to x, so we can say that both are related in a relation. Third property, transitive. Transitive is all about three elements. If we discuss the transitive, we mostly take the three elements at the same time. Like if one element is related to the second element and second element is related to the third element, then we conclude then first and third element both are related to each other. If we talk about an example, so an example is if x is equivalent to y and y is equivalent to z, then we can also conclude z and x both are equivalent to each other. If we go to the next slide, that is an example of equivalence relation. Like we have several examples, and one of the two examples are like equality. If we discuss the equality of the number, they are definitely be a equivalence relation. If we talked about the second example, it is definitely congruency. In congruency, we just find out two same kind of object. Now, move on the next slide. And that is our mathematical view. It's very important. Like when we talked about reflexive property, then a relation is said to be reflexive. We have seen in the second slide. Yes, a relation is said to be reflexive. The mathematical view of that is if A comma A belongs to R, that means the same element is treated like a domain and range both. That means it is an indication of reflexive of that element. In the second element, in the second property, you can say symmetric. A relation is said to be symmetric when we have choose two elements like A and B. In this way, A and B related to R, then the opposite of A and B, like B and A. We can say now we make A as a range and B as a domain is also related to the relation. It is known as the symmetric property. Now, third one, transitive. Transitive means most of the time we choose three elements simultaneously. A relation is said to be transitive if A comma B belongs to R and B comma C belongs to R, then just eliminate the two same element like B, B. To just finalize, we get the A and C. Both are also belongs to a relation. So all these are the three properties for the equivalence relation. If we move on, an example, just quoted an example so that you will understand this topic more clearly. Now let's take in a set in which three or four elements like 1, 2, 3, 4, and the relation is already described over here. Here 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 2, 1, 3 and 3, 1 are the ordered pair in the relation. We just need to find that this R is an equivalence relation or not. So for that, we just find out three different properties. First of all, reflexive. Second one is symmetric, which is discussed over here. And third one is transitive. So let's take all the properties one by one. If we talk about reflexive, yes, this relation have one ordered pair. This relation has two ordered pair. This relation has three ordered pair as well as four ordered pair also, which indicates that every element is related to itself. So R is reflexive. Clear? Next, symmetric. Symmetric means when range is treated as domain and domain is treated as range. It is called symmetric. For that, we have clearly seen in the relation like 1, 2 is an order pair in which again we have reciprocal of it like 2, 1 where in the first order pair 1 is a domain but in the second order pair 1 is a range. Second in order pair, first in order pair 2 is an domain and the second order pair 2 is the domain also. Like in this way we can say that 1 2 and 2 1 both are related to the symmetric property. Again symmetric is also satisfied by this particular range and relation which are given over here. Now transitive, it is a property where we have chosen three different elements. Here you can say that A, B and BC both are belongs to relation. It means if AB and BC are in relation, it means the common portion, that means eliminate the common element for the time being and we will get the A and C order pair and it is also in the relation. If it's so, that means it is a transitive. So we can see very clearly 1, 2, one order pair, second order pair is 2, 3 and after that eliminate 2 for the time being and we get 1 and 3 as an order pair which is not in the relation. That means this is an example of reflexive, symmetric but not transitive. So how? At the end we can say that this relation for set A 1, 2, 3, 4 and the relation which is given to us in the question, it is not an equivalence relation. I hope is it clear? Yes, let's discuss one more example for clarity. Now, let us assume that R is a relation on a set of integers defined by A, R, B. If and only if A minus B is an integer, so we just need to prove an R is an equivalent relation. For that, we also know for the equivalence relation, we need to just prove reflexive property, symmetric property and transitive property. Just go for that. Let's start the solution. For the reflexive, let's take single element like A. A belongs to A. That means AA is also belongs to R. It means, just listen, it means A minus A. The property is given in the question. A minus B is an integer. So just put B in place of A. So A minus A, which gives me 0 and 0 is again a part of integer set. That hence we can say reflexive. This relation is a reflexive. If we conclude for the symmetric property, let's go for that. Symmetric property, if A, B belongs to set A, which is given in the question, A, B is belongs to A and B, A is also belongs to R. How? Let's take an example. A, B belongs to R, it means A minus B is an integer. If we just reciprocal of it, let's take minus from them. Take minus from them, like minus of A minus B is also an integer. Similarly, you can understand if we choose A is equals to 5, if we choose B is equals to 5. The 5 minus 10 gives me an integer. That means minus 5 is a part of an integer set. Again, if we reciprocate of it, like 10 minus 5, which gives me 5, it is again a part of an integer set. So hence we can conclude that this A minus B in integer is the characteristics which also satisfy the symmetric property. Now, let's move to the transitive. Transitive property, what does it say? In transitive, let's take the three elements simultaneously. If we said A minus B is related to R, A minus B is an integer, so it obviously indicated A minus B an integer. After that, B minus C, that means we have chosen next ordered pair. And after that, we just going to be add of them, like A minus B plus B minus C. Over here, minus B plus B just cancelled out. And after that, A minus C is an integer. A minus C is integer, it indicate again that all the three properties like symmetric, reflexive and transitive, all the three properties has been satisfied. It means the given relation R is an equivalence relation. Okay, now move on the second one more example. After that, we can say that let R be a relation on a set of order pair of the positive integers such that we have two order pair AB and CD which are already belongs to R. If and only if this relationship is given to us, like first and fourth element will be multiplied, which is equals to the multiplication of second and third. And we need to prove that R is an equivalence relation. How do we do it? Let's do it, students. Let A be a set like 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3 and so on. Like For the reflexivity, we just conclude A belongs to A and AA belongs to R. Obviously, it is a reflexive. So similarly, we can say that AA and AB. Here, two same ordered pair. It indicates, if it indicates AB and AB belongs to R, obviously it indicates that AB is equals to BA. Both are equal because both indicates the commutative property in mathematics, which is true. So we can say that R is a reflexive, number one. After that, when we go for the symmetric, we can conclude for all values of A and B like B and A. We can say that just change the domain and range and change the range into a domain. Like we can conclude for all value of A and B and CD, it is existable like A minus B. We just conclude that A, B, C, D belongs to R, which means first and fourth element will be multiplied is equals to second and third multiplied. After that, we will conclude both the part have the same. After that, after this calculation in which CA has been equal, so we can conclude that R is a symmetric property. Okay. Now, move for the transitive property, which is the last property. If it is satisfied, yes, we can conclude that R is a equivalence relation. Last, now we have choose the three set with the three different ordered pair. ABC belongs to A. We can conclude that AB belongs to R and BC belongs to R. Obviously, it is given us to in the question. Hence, we can say that A and C, like B and B are the same, so hence we can say A and C also belongs to R. Now, we just conclude. Now, we have choose the two ordered pair, AB, BC and CF, EF. So, here we can conclude AB belongs to R, CD belongs to R, number one, and CD and EF belongs to R. With the help of this, we easily conclude that AD is equals to BC and CF is equals to DE. Okay, after that, we could just find out the value of A from equation number 3 and F from equation number 4. Just give the equation number 3 and equation number 4. You can easily see if we multiply both the set, that means A and F, we find the BE. It's totally indicate like equivalence relation is again satisfied. So, hence at the end we can conclude R is an equivalence relation. So, it is all about a topic equivalence relation.